say yes. Will you give me land for Ruga? They will say yes. Will you allow me to take over your landmark, your farm mark? They will say yes. Will you put me in your view more? Respect every Fulani in your land? They will say yes. Because of power.
The Biafran army has complained about the low turn-up of the zoo army to come and face them face to face instead of always going into the marketplace where Biafrans are trading their market, going into schools, going into villages where innocent people are, and always, the Bundu, the Biafrans. They have complained that there's a low turn-up, that they didn't see much people, even though they gave them location, time, and dates. Hear the news in details. Yes, it is expected to be like that, because that is the only way and that is the only wing we can play very well. They have now realized that the only thing that can put us together is the only stuff, that man that is walking down there, that is becoming more exempted. And by so doing, we have come down to big understanding that our world has been figured out. You see, give the Zoo Army privilege one-on-one with Biafran Army, they cannot do anything. Yes, they can't do anything. That's just the truth. They're only going to keep making noise and keep shouting and keep saying whatever they want to say. But victory lies on the head of those who will not give up because of you said or whatever you said. But here's it. Biafra must reconsider most things that are very important. Defending Biafra should be number one thing that must be said. Throwing it to that point is another thing. And making sure that nobody gets hurt, that's another thing. We cannot imitate our enemies. We can't. Whatever we do, whatever we say, freedom of Biafra must be kept as number one priority. So let me ask you this question. Where should we head from here? How do we start from here? What is the next point of view? For too long, and we are always defending ourselves. And they say that you cannot defend yourself. Just come, when we come, allow us to kill you. Is it possible? It's not. It is not possible that you will come and start putting us on the ground. You get the point? Because at the end of the day, we are pursuing what really matters a lot. And by so doing, we cannot underestimate the true part of the whole theories. Because one thing is very, very important. That defense is not a crime. What is a crime is you not defending yourself. That's what crime is. When you are not defending yourself. Because these enemies are everywhere. They want to put us low. They want to make us feel less of ourselves. They want to tell us that we don't know what we are doing. But at the same time, we cannot give them that space to decide who we are. We cannot give them that space. We must continue with every importance and every knowledge that we share. That we are Biafrans and we must continue in the path of justice. So, defense has already started and we applaud the Defense Minister of Biafran Restoration. It is clear on notice that the zoo soldier flee the scene and left their weapon unattended to. powerful weapons that cost millions of dollars. Hear the news in details. Lovers of freedom and Biafran people, we must understand that there's a big fish in the river that wants to take over Biafran territory. The Biafran army came out with full force and decided to invade ka kutuo ndị bịara igbu ndị Biafra. They couldn't face them. They abandoned their weapon and left. They ran. They recovered missile launcher, powerful guns that worth millions of dollars, and many other things as they flee the scene. I told you all that what is coming is bigger than what has come. And by so doing, each and every one of you must understand that it is either Biafra or nothing. No need for big stories. No need for big stories. What has happened must happen properly, so that each and every one of them must understand that you must leave Biafran land with immediate effect. Yes, you must leave Biafran land. I could remember that time when they sent police to Southeast and soldiers to Southeast, they were jubilating and shouting, yes, Hofma. What then happened? Now, if you tell them that, please, can you go to the Southeast? They'll be begging and saying, because look for another place. Because before, they will be extorting Biafrans. Fanacho, enabo Biafrego. But unknown to them, this same Biafrans they want to collect money from has become wiser, have grown wise, have become wiser, and they are now authenticated. I will say it again, I will never support Ibundi Army or the police, never. But let me say it, Biafrans should be protected at all costs possible. Because this attitude of always interfering with Biafran business, doing one or two things, coming into Biafra to destroy Biafran land, it should be stopped aggressively. Because we have the right to live. Same way everybody has the right to live. We have the right to live. And self-defense is not a crime according to United Nations state law. So the big news has come. And this very big news must be taken personal. Yes, it should be taken personal. And again, everything has happened the way it should happen. So dear Biafrans and lovers of freedom, of course it's obvious that the Zoo soldiers cannot face the Biafran army. They can't. It's obvious they can't face the Biafran army because Biafran armies are well trained to that big level. They were trained under the water, inside the water, under pain and the rest of them.